Captain on the bridge.
Alright, captains, we are back on the bridge, and today, yes, we got some things to go over from the Star Trek Online official Twitter feeds, so on screen. Yes, captains, before we get into this video, do us a favor, hit that like button. Also subscribe here to the YouTube Bridge, as we're always on the lookout for captains where we can share our love, our passion for things Star Trek Online, but also Star Trek. With that said, here we go. So we got a couple of things to go over. What we'll do is go over them, dropping our 2 ECs, but also go back a couple days, go over the 10 forward, then at the end, give our conclusions. So first up, Captain. Captain. Just the one. On PC. Captains on PC can earn bonus marks this weekend. I'm sure there's more than one. Just saying. So here you go. This weekend, starting Thursday, March 23, of course, that will be as of this video releases. We are running a special event where captains can earn, captains can earn bonus marks by playing content throughout the game. During the event, content that provides marks, fleet, or reputation will reward a 50% 1.5 times bonus above normal amounts. This bonus is available for all content that rewards marks. Start building your fleet projects and reputations. We hope you enjoy this special event, and we'll see you in game. So captains, again, I've always said this, even if your reputation is done, obviously a great source of reputation marks, even if you're done, try to get, especially with the event currently going, which is as of this video is the Voth event, pick these marks up so that you can convert them into dilithium ore. You can refine them for dilithium, and then of course convert them to Zen to get your pretty ship for your pretty pew pew. So I always recommend them. This is just a great way to do so when this is on. Next up, we have some patch notes here. So Star Trek Online will have PC maintenance tomorrow, and the estimated downtime is 2.5 hours. And the patch notes are very cute because they're only 2 items. So first up, for General resolved an issue with the Terran Valkyrie fighter squadron that was preventing them from displaying the correct visuals. I thought that was fixed already, but it is what it is. Updated Zen store and reward pack descriptions for the following ships: Jem'Hadar Vanguard Carrier T6, Jem'Hadar Vanguard Dreadnought Cruiser T6, Jem'Hadar Vanguard Heavy Raider T6, and Jem'Hadar Vanguard Warship. We don't have any of these ships, but we may actually have these ships because my tune on actually PC and very soon on the console, bridge to PS4 bridge to be exact, will have fleet modules that we can probably use to get some new ships for our Jem'Hadar. So maybe, we'll see. We're not a huge Jem'Hadar captain. As you know, captains, I am a petty boy through and through. So there's that. Now, we're going to go back like I had mentioned here before, but we might as well say this. So huge happy birthday to, again, the man who laid the groundwork for everyone who came after him. Of course, happy birthday to William Shatner, Captain Kirk himself. Of course, we want to wish him a happy birthday while we have the chance to. And of course, it's awesome that Cryptic, of course, gives these little shout outs here and there. But we also did miss this one. So happy birthday, 3,000 years in the future. Have a great birthday. Of course, this is Sinequa Martin Green, Michael Burnham, of course, from Discovery. We're sad to see Discovery end, but we know you and the crew will send it off gloriously. So happy birthday, of course, to her. Now, there was a Cryptic stream here, and they didn't actually announce it, but there was, which I'm actually watching here. But there was some notes taken from it that we thought we would go over. And again, we're taking this from Stowe Reddit. Huge shout out to the Sajukar for once again putting this in note forms. And there were some things in here that we thought was quite interesting. So we won't go over it. I'll link it. Well, we won't go over all of it, I should say, but we will link this, of course, in the description below so that you captains can kind of go over it, and along with the video on YouTube of their stream as of recent. So here you go. The next event after the Voth event ends is First Contact Day. Now, I'm going to just expand this a little bit here. or expand on this. We were supposed to do a series of videos last year when a certain ship released, but we weren't able to because we actually got sick with COVID, and that literally took us out for a month plus. But it is actually tied to this. So be on the lookout. We're going to be hopefully doing all the recordings before that, so that when this event releases, we're going to have the videos released just like it sort of was for Star Trek Day, for the series that we did. And it will be every day released, every morning, regardless. And even if there's news, we'll release that after. So look out for that. We're pretty pumped for that. And also that does tie into another upcoming video of our event reward for last year, which we haven't spent. But the reason we're getting it is for First Contact Day, in build-wise at least. But so look out for that. So it's pretty cool that we're having that. And I think Kale was actually stoked and happy for the reward that we're getting there. Next up here, a ship from Strange New Worlds is coming so soon, TM, though probably not the one we're expecting. The only one I can think of, a couple things, is the alien ship from the Shepherd aliens, and the first ship there that had the one nacelle below. I forget the name of that ship there, but to be honest, not really interested in either. There was some other ships that they showed there. There was the ship that I think was like raising the flag or something for when the negotiations were done. I don't think that would be it, but that's the only ships that I can think of. Captains, if you have any theories, feel free to put them in the description below. So we're going to see what that is. And again, soon, TM. Zen store ships coming up. Kale believes one of the Zen store ships is technically a lower decks ship. My guess is the Obina, because I think it would be kind of silly, and the Obina is kind of the Excelsior looking ship there that has the sovereign nacelles. I don't think it'd be silly if they would release that, especially after the Excel 2.0 that we've had already released previously last year. So it'd be nice. It'd actually be really a nice gesture from them to have that ship in the C store, so that captains can have an option to get a lower decks ship without it being a promo box or premium ship. Mind you, you can get it from your event reward now, at least as of this video, the California class, the Cheval, along with the Parliament, which are all 3 lower deck ships. So gonna have to see. There is speculation, obviously it is one of the dragon looking ship from that one episode, of course, from Lower Decks, and also along with the ship that is carrying a lot of the officers from Starfleet that got injured and are sort of freaks, I guess, that they shoved onto this black stealthy looking ship. Not a fan of either, but I would be a fan of them putting the Obina. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see how that goes. So another point here. So Kale hasn't heard anything regarding a bundle for Discovery ending. They wouldn't do that until all of Discovery is over anyways, so that'll be a year to 2 years down the road regardless. Unlikely Cryptic will make new starting experiences, so this is something that we had talked on the bridge before, both on YouTube and on Twitch, that it'd be cool if they made another starting experience and or even another faction. They have said this ad nauseum, and they've confirmed it again. They are unlikely to do that because of the amount of work that it takes them to do so. So, Kale believes there is some new item set coming soon. Pretty cool. Something about Stowe when it launched on consoles, that there were 15 countries that didn't get it, and I think they're waiting for it. So that'd be pretty cool. So again, to invite more captains to play Star Trek Online, even though it'd be on console. End of game for Stowe isn't happening anytime soon. So all the Doom talk. I have my own 2 ECs on this where it feels like they're just feeding us ships and episodes. A lot, of course, ships like almost monthly, every other 2 months. And of course, featured episodes that is like quarterly. I just would wish they would give us more Stowe content, along with fixing a lot of the existing bugs. Like the loadout bug is a thing, and it actually is frustrating. It's not a game breaker for me. I can always reset it. yes, it takes time, but it is what it is, and hopefully they do nail that in. But it would be great if they spend almost a quarter just fixing things. But I feel like if they do and then things still break, we would all outrage, or a lot of the majority of the Stoke community would. So I just hope they would. I would like for them to have a focus on fixing, and they do. It's not like they don't, but there's some bugs that are really old. Like again, like I mentioned, the load up bugs. So something like that would be great for them to definitely work on and get done. So here you go. The tech is there to make costume items for vanity pets. Kale isn't sure if it'll happen anytime soon. Kale pass on beards for Romulans, because why not? When asked about making older non-full spec Zen Store lockbox ships upgraded to full spec to make them more relevant, quote unquote, on par with current ships, Kale said T6 upgrades were made to help with that, and that there's more stuff coming in that area. That's pretty cool. One of the interesting things that was, I think, floated to us on stream was why not have another upgrade for your ship, and not necessarily to fully upgrade it. Again, that will come with a trade console and another slot or whatever, but maybe make it so that it's more customizable. So, for example, have a ship upgrade it with a sec def, have a ship only upgraded with a tac console or another device slot, just for example, something like that, or personal space ship, but just each of those. So I kind of like that. That'll kind of make your ship sort of unique to another captain who has the same ship, but they upgraded it differently than you did. So I don't know. I kind of like that concept. I don't know what you captains think about that, but I think that's a pretty cool idea. They went in not kind of detail here about Jesse getting the Voth Battle Zone to work as an event. I thought it was a good idea anyway, so I'm glad they did that, because we have been doing that and using it also to get some more dilithium for us. So again, more talk about that. They talked again about more of that Mario Kart idea they had with the shuttles. Unfortunately, looks like it's still not a thing that is not going to happen. Again, another talk of the DPS test map on Tribble. Hopefully going to the live server there at the holodeck, but who knows? It'd be nice, but the content here on Stowe is so easy. But it would still be good to have that for those who want to know how they're performing. I mean, with us captains, more of our builds is just for fun. And yes, we can go a little bit full meta. I'm out of that real game there in terms of where it is now, because of course it's still, I believe, Thaler meta. We haven't even worked on that, but that, to be honest, doesn't really interest me. So we just work with what we have currently and just kind of make it so that the ship looks like more or less ships that you would see on screen, type of the pew-pews you would see on screen. Yes, it's more or less phasers, torpedoes, but that's what's fun for me, so that's what we share. So they talk about the older Mako Omega Honor Guard unlocks and how hard it is now to actually give it here, but hopefully it's something that they can do and in the future. Now this I thought was pretty cool. Spock's volcano suit was brought up as a possible reward for this year's first contact day, but a more fun reward. Hopefully it is. And I'll just say this, there's a lot of captains who missed out on the Tommy gun, which was, I believe, the first contact reward. I think it would be great if you would give us, or they would give us, an option for any reward. Okay, you would get an option for the current one, but also for the past ones. So some captains may, I don't like this one, but I wish I had the previous one or the first one. I think that would be a great opportunity for them to do so. But hopefully, indeed, this year's is cool. But Spock's volcano suit is something that will be coming and that they have on the back burner. Hopefully, they will give us another KT type event. Who knows? We'll see. There's still some KT ships there that I would love to see in Stowe, and hopefully they make that happen. So with the reward, the Voss exosuit captains, we've been having so much fun with that. Of course, the ground vehicles was also asked if we can have that, if we can has please, but like the Argo, it would require a larger overhaul, aka meaning probably not. So it'd be nice, maybe a mission would include that, maybe. That would be also a fun thing to have. Possibly. You guys gonna ask about having older party poppers available. I almost said pooper. I mean, I did, but I mean, I almost said it when I was saying party poppers. Turning hoverboards on to maps of New Romulus would be awesome. You would cover so much ground, and it would be fun to traverse New Romulus there. VREX still, so our last session there on stream here on YouTube, there was, I believe, one whole map that we helped. We didn't help the whole map, you know, we flipped some zones, but we didn't even get one dino. So we definitely know how that feels now, and we think that we're pretty decent in getting at the very least one. But there was also an incident where the same live stream, we actually killed the dino ourselves. So not meant, but in panic of trying to get it. So hopefully that is something they fix and address. It doesn't seem like it's something they're going to address in this event. But again, it's still a great way to make ore if you can tag at the very least one. But I hope they make it so that everyone gets sort of an equal reward. Now, my fear is if they do come up with a solution, it's something that's not going to be super attractive for people and they'll turn them off. I don't know how that's going to look like. Hopefully that's not the case when they actually do fix it, but we'll see. Time will tell. We talk about, of course, porting Stowe Champions Neverwinter was really difficult, and Champions, something we did try Champions once, but we never actually got into it. So the reason why special buffs and those based on actors aren't edible due to costume clipping performance reasons. So that was pretty interesting for them to talk about. Of course, they did also talk about the defense of Starbase 1 and the whole sort of fix there. So I thought that was interesting. Interesting PvP bug there, the Christian. And you know what? We may actually request to talk to this dev Christian here. It sounds like he's a pretty cool guy. Dating old uniforms, unlikely because of stuff. Again, just more work they could, but it's just too much work that would take them away from giving us new things that would make them money, is kind of what I got from them. So again, there's a lot of other things here. We're not going to go over it fully, but you know, there was some interesting things here that we wanted to anyways. So again, so bugs, hopefully that they're looking at Texas class not having any registry. Now, another bug here that I'm surprised they didn't bring up here. So they say here the bug regarding ISA, the right transformer not spawning with a shield, has been reproduced by QA. Put content, so that should be fixed soon. But there's also another bug where you finish, and I think it's happened to us both on ISA and ISC, where you finish the whole map and it actually doesn't finish. And maybe that is the reason where the right transform, but I haven't noticed because usually we run left to right. So by the time we get to the right, the shield's off. But maybe that is the one that you're talking about. And if it is, glad they are going to be fixing it. There's a bug about Texas class console experimental weapon misfiring. I fully agree with those captains who spent the in real life resources or in-game resources there to get the ship, get frustrated when things, especially on an expensive ship, don't work right away. So it's great, and hopefully they fix that like ASAP. More talk about Space Barbie there. Looking into the block on PS4, not sure what that is. Christian, of course, fixing the Valkyrie fighters. The team's disbanding at the end of TFOs is a bug. Didn't know that. Cryptic has dealt with years, and it keeps coming back every time they squash it, which speaks to what we said earlier. Even if they focus a lot of time, and I say a lot of time, meaning like 3 months on focusing on fixing bugs, I feel like it really wouldn't stick because of new things that they add to the game will just break older things. So it's really hard for them to ask, or a hard ask for them to do, just to focus, because when older things break, newer things break, it's just going to be an ongoing thing. So I just would like them to address things right away, but there's so many bugs. So I guess all we can do is just ask, to be patient with them as they still kind of work on this game that is pretty old and has been referred to the code as being spaghetti. So I believe they're doing the best they can. I would just like for them to focus on it more. Usually that, in my eyes, hire more people to do so, but it is what it is. So there was that. Jesse fixed the bug on Stranded in Space. Didn't even know that was a thing. Screen flicker and camera stasis. TFO. More clipping. Trauma response is being buggy, as we know. Christian wrote down. So that's good that Christian is actually, taking part in, I think, in tonight, not even I think, in the stream, he was actually in VC. So that was really cool for him to interact with also the live chat there. So again, we thought we would just go over those quick points that we want to take away from the 10 forward. We're going to link this. Again, huge shout out to this Jukar for having these notes. We'll link that to the bottom. And again, that brings us to the end of this video. So a lot of cool things talked about and to look forward to from that 10 forward. So that's why we included it in this video. So again, captains, just to recap, we have a bonus mark happening today as of this video's release. Of course, the fix there happening, the 2 cute ones will be there. And of course, the 10 forward that we just went there. So captains, do us a favor here. Like the video, comment below, let us know what you took away from the stream, the recent stream. That was 10 forward. And about the things that we know now that are coming up. Let us know. And of course, subscribe here to the YouTube Bridge, and of course we will leave it on this note.
Live long and prosper.